Welcome back to Palworld. In this video we're going through OP pals and exactly how you get them, because there's quite a lot to the pals in this game. There are two things you're going to need. So if we go to the technology tree, you're going to need the Statue of Power, which is at level 6, and you are also going to need the Pal Essence Condenser, which is a level 14 unlock. It's also ancient technology, so you will have to take down a boss, and when I say a boss I mean the easiest one you'll find is going to be Chillit level 11, which is up here. So you start down at the plateau of beginnings, and Chillit is sitting up there. So if you take down Chillit, you will get an ancient tech point, which you can then spend on the condenser. Alongside that, you'll also see that you need ancient civilization parts. In order to get those ones, what you need to do is take down these bosses, the open world ones. You can then take down the bosses that you'll find in dungeons, and you can also take down the bosses that you'll find on the portals, like the round slab you'll see in certain areas that have the blue glow and let you enter that dungeon. So once you have the two built, it's not as simple as just going out and grabbing a pal, because if we jump into the Power Condensation menu, if we go to box number 10 that I've got, you're going to see here with these daydreams, if you look at the very bottom of their info, this passive skill is cold-blooded, then I've got one that's destructive, I've got hooligan on 2 of them, and then cold-blooded on another one. And it's important to take a look at passive skills, because if we go into Lee's Punk, if you have a look at Earthquake Resistant, there is a decrease to incoming earth damage. The Hydromaniac is a 10% increase to water attack damage, and their Pacifist decreases the attack by 20%. But not only that, this Lee's Punk has Hydromaniac, which is an increase to water attack damage, but there's nothing water on here. So you need to focus on the passive skills. But on top of that, if we go back into this menu and we go to box number 10, if you have a look at these daydreams, there are 2 that are level 6. So you've got this one here and the first one. And if you have a look at their stats, they are completely different. So this one is attack and defense is 140 and 77. This is 164 and 81. So what you should do is pay attention to the passive skills and also the stats themselves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to condensate this one, because it's going to buff its stats even further. So the first time you do this, you can do it up to 4 times, because each time you do it, you'll get a star. What you're going to have to do is essentially sacrifice more pals. So if I put these 4 in, you'll see pals used as essences will be consumed. So I'm going to lose a level 16. But I'm not sure if the stats are any good, so I don't mind getting rid of that one. So if we begin the condensation, they are going to vanish, that's fine. So now that power's become stronger, thanks to the noble sacrifices of its companions. So if we have a look at that one, it's now got 172 attack, 85 defense. And each time you add another star to your pal, you are going to increase its attack and defense, and that's just going to get better and better the more you level it up. But not only that, if you look at the partner skill, Dream Chaser, that's gone up to level 2, so that's more effective as well. And the partner skill on Daydream is where you have the ability to wear the necklace and have Daydream with you and follow up your attacks with magic bullets. So you have the ability to condensate, which is going to improve stats, but to level up your pals and to do it fast, I recommend putting them in your party, because if we take a look at my party, I've got level 22s, 24 and 25s. I am currently level 27, but when a pal is in your party, not only is it going to get XP from the things that are being done at your base, but also if you leave your base, you go and fight and stuff, the pals are going to gain XP from that too. So the fastest way to level up your pals is to stick them in your party, do things at your base, and then go exploring and killing other pals and stuff. You'll see, for an example, if I start working on these berries, you're going to see the bars for me and all of my pals pop up with a plus there to say that we are all getting XP. And even just having your pals out in your base, they're going to earn XP that way as well. And then when it comes to the Statue of Power, you only need stone and Paldean fragments to craft it. It's available at level 6. And when you go round and you find the Lift Monk effigies, you can enhance your own stats, which is going to buff your capture power. But if we press V and go to enhance pals, what this does is lets you use your pal souls to enhance your stats. And you're going to get small, medium and large pal souls. So if we go to Ragnarhawk, because I like the level 3 kindling that Ragnarhawk has, so what I want to do is use some pal souls to buff his work speed. So if we click there, it's getting a 3% buff to his work speed. So it goes from 70. If we use one small power soul, it's gone up to 72. So it's not a gigantic difference, but it is a difference. And then that's going to go up to 6% instead at the cost of 2 more small power souls. So we use those and it's gone up to 74. And then it goes up to 9% for the cost of 3. So I'm going to do that one. And then I'm going to leave it there. So Ragnarhawk's work speed is now 76. If I use a power soul, a small one, and increase its health, if I do its defense, that's going from 249 up to 256. And then the attack is going from 302 all the way up to 311. So that's 9 extra attack for 1 small power soul. And then if you're not happy with the power souls you've put into your pals, then what you can do is go to the reset tab. You can spend gold. It's quite expensive, but you are going to get your power souls back and you can reset the enhancements you've given your pal. So you have the leveling up, you have the condensating, you have the enhancements, and then the last thing is, if we come here, you're going to see that there are skill fruits. You'll find these on wacky trees that are scattered around the world. And I highly recommend paying attention to these as well, because if we have a look at our party, when you get certain passive skills, for an example, on my Lee's Punk, you might get something like Hydromaniac, where I'm just dealing dark damage, and Hydromaniac is going to buff your water attack damage by 10%. So what I might want to do is, instead of using Lee's Punk as a dark, what I could do is switch out these skills and put a water one on there, and that way I'm getting the benefit of the passive skill. So there is a lot to do in terms of, like, essentially buffing up your pals, but that is how you're going to get OP pals in Palworld. And what we're going to do is leave that video there. Let me know your thoughts and stuff about this game in the comments. I will see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it helped you out. Thank you for watching.